How I lost my own beat contest, which is funny. I like that you wrote beat contest instead of beat battle or remix contest.
Now everybody knows that I'm the Lord of Sampling. That's how I got this crown. But today, 3 challengers will compete against me and try to become the new Lord of Sampling. Can they dethrone me and win the cash prize?
I mean, I know he's joking, but there's no way Navi D's the Lord of Sampling.
Be humiliated publicly? Am I wearing any pants? All will be revealed today. The rules are simple. I'm going to choose 3 challengers who've made a beat using only drums, bass, and a sample from TrackLib, who are today's sponsors, by the way, so a big thank you to TrackLib. Then I'll also make a beat using the exact same sample.
That's actually a really good way to include a sponsor without like making it like super biased. They're just using the thing in the video. This is a creative video and a creative way to use a sponsor.
At that point, I'll post the beats up and poll my audience to see who made the better beat. And those who win, an unlikely outcome. The winners will split the pot of $1,000 total. But if no one wins, I keep the money. Bring the first challenger to me. Here we have Austin B. The B must stand for buffoon, because only a fool would dare challenge me. Let's listen to the sample that Austin chose. Now it's time to make a beat out of this. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if enough of you do, we'll do another one of these contests. And also let me know which of the beats is your favorite in the comments below.
The crown is sending me for sure. Navi does good content overall, I agree.
First, I'm going to slow the sample way down. It has a lot of hi-hats and percussive sounds all over, so I want to slow the sample down to open up more space for my own drums. I'm going to focus my attention on chopping the beginning area of the sample over here, just because it's far more open.
I'm hyped for the remix stream, me too.
Flexibility to create my own idea.
Already submitted mine.
I think this chord right here is a great starting place. I also like the riff later on in the same chord. So what I'm going to do is place a chop here as well. And these are going to be my first 2 chops in my pattern. Now I'm going to try to find another.
Something about the warping on this doesn't sound good. No way I caught a Weaver stream. You've caught me. Camera usually looks better than this. Lens broke using the webcam.
Sample that sounds good with this one, and just create a very simple progression. This one here works perfectly, but later on in this chop you can hear. We have that bass guitar lick. It doesn't sound bad by any means, but my plan is to add my own bass into this beat. So what I think I'll do is create more chops in this chord around this guitar and piece them all together to leave the guitar out.
The warping just sounds, it sounds too warped to me. No way this goober is the king of sampling. I mean, I think he's being sarcastic. I don't think he's serious. He's like the least producer-looking producer in the world. I don't know, man. Have you seen Simon Sarita?
This sounds alright to me so far. We do have a bit of an issue overall though. The second chord has that high frequency whistle on top. I want to try to get rid of this as well as reduce the presence of the hi-hats from the sample. So let's add some effects on top here. Here I added an EQ. You can see I cut the low end and the high end since both of these areas have sounds that I don't really want. I'm also going to use Super VHS primarily for the magic chorus switch here. I just love the way this sounds. Alright, now let's add my own layers into this beat. Again, with this challenge, only drums and bass are allowed in addition to the sample. So let's start with the drums. Recently, the guys from Frolin Music Library asked me to check out their drums. I actually really like their Pots and Pans Volume 2 kit, so I bought it with my own money. They aren't sponsoring this video or anything.
That was a weird clarification, so I bought it with my own money.
By the way, if you're one of my course members, in case you missed the announcement, you get this pack for free. The link to their site is in the description box below if you're interested. Anyways, I think using their drums for this beat would fit well.
It's a little mid sounding, a little bit of mid. Okay, that's a little better.
This drum break here has a good rhythmic feel to it. I like the framework that it provides, so I'm going to add it into my beat. Next, I'm going to layer some more drums underneath.
not bad. I think it could be better though.
Cool, next let's build the
Just phasing.
bass line.
Okay, that bass line is out of key. Dude, that B note.
Beautiful, beautiful. I do think this beat needs a little bit more though. As I mentioned, the only sounds I can use are from the original sample though. I did notice earlier on in the sample we do have this section here.
No wonder he lost the battle.
I think using this as an added
Just to clarify, I do like Navi D a lot though.
layer on top would fit really well.
Because he said he likes my content, so of course I love his.
This beat kind of sounds like a West Coast beat to me, so this talk box sounding vocal would fit really well.
Ugh, that bass is infuriating. Watch the winner of this beat battle make it some stupid wave funk track. But I love the vibe of his room. Okay. The bass line, it's infuriating. It's auto key. This is some little B type of bass line. I hate it.
All right, I think this beat is ready. Austin, let's hear what you came up with.
Oh, he's been defeated, man. This is way better.
A house type of beat, a daring attempt. Let's see if this gamble pays off. What I'm gonna do now is poll my audience, and I'll post both beats
Oh, dude, he's gonna get he's gonna get destroyed, man.
anonymously as to not gain an unfair advantage. All right, the results are in.
Finish him.
What? Dude, I think Austin's was better.
Look at this. It seems like...
I can't believe that I mean, they just voted for him because it's him.
And I'll post both beats anonymously as to not gain an unfair advantage. Sorry, Austin. Better luck next time. Time for the next challenger.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm loving the sort of like king sort of sound he's got going on with his voice. Shallow and pedantic. Very shallow and pedantic. Now kiss the ring, peasant.
Here we have a red bunny. After this battle, he'll be dead bunny.
Okay. Yeah. I see what he did there.
Let's listen to the sample that Bunny chose. It is beat making time. All right, as you can hear, the sample is pretty low quality in terms of its actual sound recording. That's just the way these older sounds were recorded. There's nothing you can really do about this, but I think to get my beat to sound good, I'm going to need to pick some brighter, higher quality drums. The reason being, I think building a larger, more central drum pattern is going to be important, so that's exactly where I want to start. First, I'm going to build a basic hi-hat pattern. Again, I'm going to be using sounds from the Frolin drum kit that I mentioned earlier. Next, I'm going to add a few more high-end layers to this pattern just to...
This mischievous sample, Mind Surfs, what dost thou rate these fine arrangements? That sounds fire.
Introduce a bit more diversity of sounds.
That's pretty good.
Next up, the kick pattern.
The sample's playing my ballpark. Could use some more swing for sure.
Next up, I'm going to grab a snare from my course pack. I think there is a snare in there that would fit perfect for this drum pattern.
Okay.
All right, now let's find a part of the sample that will hopefully slide right into this drum pattern that I've built.
I can never tell if he's like recorded this stuff separately from like the video portion. I just feel like it's like so intentional sounding, you know what I mean?
I think these flutes would probably be the best bet here. As I mentioned, the sample does have a degraded and low sound quality. So I'm gonna add an EQ and hopefully try to brighten up the higher end of this flute so it actually sounds a bit more audible.
Can we talk about how there's a 9 decibel gain here in the EQ? Better off using harmonic excitement.
Adding a bit more presence to the high end is really gonna help this flute cut through. So I'm gonna add some decimort on top, which is a bit crushing tool. As you can hear, this added even more high-end presence to my sound. And to get this flute to sound a bit more real and not as flat sounding, I think adding some delay is really gonna help. and add some more dimensionality into this beat at the same time. In case you're wondering what I mean by dimensionality, check out the video
Is dimensionality a word? I feel like you could just say dimension and it would work the same.
that I made on this topic and how adding dimensionality to your beat is really
That can't be a word. Hold on a second. Dimensionality. I guess it is a word. I feel like it's like kind of redundant though, right?
really important. The link to that's in the corner. So after adding delay, here's what we get.
Apparently that's a word.
There we go. Now let's build out our pattern.
I am not fucking with this beat at all. I think this could have been used way better.
It's really helping this pattern sound full even when there's gaps in the MIDI, as you can see all over the place. Here's how this exact same pattern would have sounded if I didn't do all the processing that I just did. You can barely hear this.
Drums are really good, but this is, I don't know about this sample. The way you use the sample.
Pretty dull as well, and this is why adding effects can be a huge game changer when you use samples. Now let's add some bass into this beat, and that's pretty much it.
This is not the one, dude. This is not the one, dude. God damn. Or he's gonna get cooked, dude. I don't care what the other guy made, but he's gonna get cooked.
Is ready, Red Bunny. Let's hear your beat.
Oh, dude, he's gonna get cooked, man. There's no way.
Very creative effects on the sample, I must admit, but how does this beat fare in the arena?
What? Dude, there's so much bias, man. Dude, there's so much bias. There is no way. There is no way. I'm sorry, Navity, I love you, but dude, there is no way, dude. There is no way. There is no fucking way, dude. Unless, like, what he actually showed the audience was not the same thing.
Looks like I'll be having Bunny for dinner. Bring me my next challenger.
There is no way, dude. There is no way.
Here we have Jackson.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Let's listen to the sample he chose.
There is no way.
All right, I have no idea what to do with this sample, so what I'm gonna do is start by throwing on some of my favorite effects, and maybe an idea will jump out to me. I'm gonna start with some shaper box, and I'll also use Segment. I feel like I talk about this plugin every video nowadays.
This is realistic to medieval times. Any competition against the king would have likely been rigged in the king's favor. Yeah, maybe it's just realistic. Jack's on these nuts. Okay, that's pretty good.
And I really like the rhythm that this creates. Let's see if I can find some chop in here that can be a good starting point for this beat. This sounds really cool to me, especially at the end of the
last two things you did. But I don't know. Let's see where the rest of this goes.
these chops where we have that weird note that comes in at the very end. So I'm just going to use this to create a very simple loop here. I want to point out, you probably noticed that the sample feels a lot larger and takes up more room. I did this by throwing on some halftime, but setting the mix to a lower setting. That way we have the original plus this pitch down layer that halftime provides that helps this pattern sit in a wider frequency span. Next, what I'm going to do is pitch this sample up 1 octave and see if I can find more layers to add into this beat. So let's bring in an 808 here. With my drum pattern, I think it would be best to build something that's a bit more rhythmically unique. So I'm going to program my hi-hat pattern in a way that isn't just hitting on every 8th note, for example.
Weaver Gaming.
This just adds a bit of a different rhythm, which is exactly what this beat needs since the sample has a very straightforward rhythm. Now let's add a kick and a snare into this beat as well.
I'm not fucking with those hi-hats.
So I think this beat is done too. And Jackson, let's see you.
Okay, this is way better.
A well put together beat, no doubt. Very nice sample work here, but is it enough to defeat me?
Yes. He's been defeated. He's been defeated. Wait, he didn't actually say which one is which, I think, in the selection here. Because like he labeled it, right? You can see here, he labeled it, but he labeled it afterwards, I believe.
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
You look at that. I never thought this would happen. I can't believe it. Jackson, you actually did it. You found out a way to hack into YouTube and change the poll results. I will still remain the king of sampling. Nonetheless, you still did earn a cash prize. You've impressed me with your hacking skills. So congratulations to Jackson for winning the $1,000 prize.
What if he reveals he was trolling this whole time and he was making the beat without listening to it?
Again, was graciously provided by Tracklib.
Okay, that was a pretty good video. I do feel like it was pretty... I don't know if his audience knew that it was his beat, though. Because, like, I noticed at the end there that he didn't reveal which one was which until the end. Like, he added on which one was which afterwards. So it was a blind vote. So I don't understand why people... I mean, I don't know. It seemed to me like people were voting for him for some reason. Yeah, put your face away, Weaver. All right, and that was me reacting to Navi D's How I Lost My Own Beat contest. Still don't understand what a beat contest is. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel and watch this full video if you haven't. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next video. We're uploading almost daily here.
The Band Incorporated.